So the piece I chose for my emotional storytelling discussion is Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. I first encountered this movie when I was in the 6th grade. My mom had bought it just to see what it was all about because it had won all those Oscars, and that was when everyone was really big on buying DVDs. And I remember I fell asleep, so seeing the ring race was super scary because I was definitely a scaredy cat growing up. And then I woke up to like Gollum crawled over with his eyes all popped up, which was terrifying. And so I wasn't a fan when I first watched it. And then one of my really good friends growing up was like, no, you have to give this another chance. This movie is amazing. So she made me watch it in broad daylight, so step one, and literally just wowed me. And again, I was young, but there's just something about it. Just the way Peter Jackson depicted Middle Earth just really was amazing. So yes, scared, wowed really quickly. And it's had such a big impact on me growing up, which sounds silly, but like Orlando Bloom as Legolas was my first little girl crush. And that movie is what really made me appreciate film and cinema. Like, Peter Jackson in general is a genius, but the way that cinematography is, the way everything's placed, the character development is what made me really interested in film. Not that that's what I want to do now, but I have such a bigger appreciation of it, and this movie is what started that. Before, it was just characters and little pieces of things, but every time I watch Lord of the Rings, I get something great out of it. Enough to the point when I first watched it to that day, I had it on repeat over and over and over again to where I could recite the Fellowship of the Ring. And that's a long movie, so that is not an easy task, I will tell you. To this day, my mother will not watch it. But there was a time where my boyfriend at the time, not current boyfriend, but he found out he had a kid, which was kind of a struggle in my personal life. So I watched that movie to just, it's my comfort movie, it's what I watch. But there's a part where Frodo is telling Gandalf that he wished none of this ever happened, and which is kind of where I was. And Gandalf says, all we have to do is decide what to do with the time that is given to us. And that, like, I was like, wow. Even a movie that I already love just spoke to me beyond volumes. So it's just that. I've got Elvish tattooed on my shoulder. It's one of my favorite quotes. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future. So it's just one of those movies that will always love and give me such great inspiration on everything.